For all the wrong reasons, the WNBA is in the news. The league's emerging star, Caitlin Clark, was allegedly targeted by a referee, sparking a huge scandal. Fans and observers agree that this is not simply a single bad game or missed call, but rather a troubling trend that is compromising the league's fairness. Online videos and supporting documentation are making the rounds, and it's obvious that Clark is being treated unfairly. Fans are left wondering what's going on because the league has been oddly mute on the matter. We're dissecting the dispute today, its ramifications for the WNBA, and the reasons why some believe it jeopardizes the legitimacy of women's basketball. This season, Caitlin Clark has wowed spectators with her amazing shooting, deft passing, and court vision, but it appears that referees are unfairly singling her out. Despite no rulings being made in her favor, observers have noticed that she frequently takes significant hits, gets fouled, and falls to the ground. The phrase special whistle has been used to describe how certain celebrities are protected by authorities. For Clark, however, it's the other way around. Her fouls go uncalled, and players are getting away with techniques that would probably be flagged in the NBA, while other celebrities may receive protection. Fans are expressing their indignation on social media as a result of the league's apparent inconsistency in treating her. Let's examine a few instances. Clark was fouled in several games, sometimes egregiously, but the officials chose to ignore it. She was struck so forcefully while driving to the hoop during a game against the Chicago Sky that the audience gasped and waited for a whistle. However, nothing took place. Clark was allowed to shrug it off after no foul was called. She was undercut when she attempted a three-pointer in a subsequent game, running the risk of suffering a major injury. These are only a handful of the incidents that have supporters furious. Such plays would probably result in ejections or technical fouls in the NBA. Fans have begun to doubt the WNBA's officiating standards due to the league's apparent blindness to Clark's predicament. Supporters are starting to think that a double standard is being applied here. Star players like LeBron James and Steph Curry are known to receive the superstar treatment in the NBA, which includes hard fouls and referee protection. Despite being a major attraction for fans, Caitlin Clark doesn't seem to be getting the same attention in the WNBA. Despite being one of the most watched athletes in the league, the violence she encounters on the field is ignored. Critics contend that rather than overlooking risky play, the WNBA ought to be protecting its stars. Fans who prefer fair and thrilling basketball games over ones marred by missed calls and biased officiating are being irritated by this double standard. Statistics are truthful. According to reports, Caitlin Clark received an astounding 20% of all WNBA egregious fouls this season. Even more startling is the fact that 80% of those infractions were allegedly committed against her by one team, the Chicago Sky. According to these statistics, Clark may be subjected to an excessive quantity of physical play. A major problem with officiating is shown if one player is routinely fouled without a call. Analysts and fans are wondering if the referees are just missing these calls or if Clark is being singled out. In any case, it calls into doubt the WNBA's ability to uphold equity and safeguard its athletes. This statistical disparity exacerbates a contentious issue that is already very hot. The WNBA has neglected to publicly address this problem, which has only made players and fans more irate. NBA officials and league representatives examine calls regularly and provide justifications for choices that are controversial or missed. Fans are losing faith in the WNBA's officiating system as a result of its lack of transparency. A league that takes pride in advancing excellence and equality cannot afford to allow these problems to worsen. The WNBA's silence seems contemptuous, as if the league isn't paying attention to the fans' worries. However, players and supporters aren't giving up. They're asking for clarification and want the league to take action. Trust might be restored with a decisive answer, but the WNBA has been silent thus far. Fans' perceptions of the WNBA as a whole are being impacted by this incident, not only Caitlin Clark. Fans begin to doubt the league's legitimacy when they believe the game isn't being called fairly. Frustrated fans who believe their support for women's basketball isn't being appreciated are posting complaints on social media in droves. Some have even stated that they are tuning out and are no longer interested in watching unfair games. This might be terrible if a league is seeking to increase its fan base. Every bad call and dubious play hurts the WNBA's standing and, eventually, its earnings. The WNBA must deal with these problems as quickly as possible if it hopes to keep its current fan base and attract new ones. Some fans contend that the WNBA's extreme aggressiveness detracts from the game's quality. Even though basketball is a contact sport, there is a distinction between safe play and competitive play. A new generation of fans who value Clark's game are drawn to her play style, which is centered on skill, shooting, and finesse. However, It is annoying and for others downright frightening to watch her absorb hard hits without any fouls being called. Many believe that the WNBA should enact more stringent regulations to safeguard its players, particularly regarding risky plays. In addition to endangering player safety, permitting this degree of toughness runs the risk of alienating basketball fans who want thrilling, talented games free from needless violence. What is the solution then? The WNBA has several choices. First, by being more open, disclosing information on contentious calls, and making sure officials are held responsible, it might emulate the NBA. Stricter referee training could also contribute to uniformity among games. To analyze hard fouls and assess if they are excessive, the league might even think about implementing replay technology. Superstars like Caitlin Clark should be protected for business reasons as much as for the benefit of the players. Maintaining equitable treatment on the court would attract new supporters and support the league's expansion. The WNBA has a chance to implement significant changes that might fortify women's basketball for upcoming generations, and fans are demanding change. For the WNBA, this dispute marks a sea change. The league has several significant problems that need to be addressed, as demonstrated by Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark's experience is on the court. The WNBA's response to this is being watched by players, fans, and commentators. Will the league move to safeguard its players and maintain equity, or will it keep ignoring the issues? Every game that goes by without any changes is another lost chance, and time is running out. This is about more than just Caitlin Clark. It's about the WNBA's heritage and the future of women's basketball. Supporters are counting on the league to take charge, make the adjustments required, and demonstrate its dedication to exciting and equitable basketball. Don't forget to hit subscribe and join us for more deep dives into the game. Please subscribe my channel. Thank you.